Could you disclose to us, were they Caucasian?
It's okay.
White pound.
We're gonna judge you, but quiet. No, sometimes you even find yourself wanting to be like fully in control, you know, and all those kind of things. But like, I'm single and I'm very good.
Is it culture to be washing dishes? Is it culture for me to be washing the house?
It's a house chore.
What is it culture when it's only benefiting the men? Let's talk about it.
I mean, side-eye, bombastic
side-eye. Well, because people do be changing.
Okay. Especially when they're upset.
Yeah.
That's the part. I think that's the part that
my
the
question
contract
is, why
protects.
do you think I only show my true colors when I'm upset, not when I'm happy?
Hello, my beautiful friends. I trust you're well. Welcome to Debate Club, a very fun and engaging segment brought to you exclusively here on the SNS. Before we start, we'd like to give a big thank you to our partners at Your Host BNB for providing us with this amazing location to shoot. We are currently at the Purple Haze Apartments of Kitale Lane. Should you be interested in booking your staycation, feel free to check the description box down below. Now, the rules of Debate Club are very simple. To each and every one of my guests, we have accorded them a whiteboard with a respective marker and duster. We shall be reading out to them additional information and a supporting motion, to which on the count of 3, they will reveal whether they propose or oppose of said motions. Speaking of guests, on my right today we have...
Hey everyone, my name is Tara and I am a creator.
Hi everyone, my name is Esther Kazungu and I am a content creator, digital activist and actor.
And on my left we have...
John Melly. I am a podcaster and a digital creator.
My name is Moshiri Mike. I'm a creator and a singer.
Love that. Okay, guys, are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Boards out, markers, let's go. Motion number 1. So I shall read the additional information and context, and then at the end I'll read out the motion. Then you will say whether you oppose or propose, and then we have conversation.
Okay.
Education scholar and Stanford researcher Dennis Pope's findings on the effects of homework challenge the traditional assumption that homework is inherently good. The researcher used survey data to examine perceptions about homework, students' well-being, and behavioral engagement. She found that students who spent too much time on homework experience more stress, physical health problems, a lack of balance, and uneven alienation from society. More than 2 hours of homework a night may be counterproductive, according to the study. Some schools and countries, such as Finland, don't bother with homework, and their results don't seem to suffer from it. Studies have shown that homework adds nothing to standardized test scores, especially for pupils in primary and elementary. Critics argue on the flip side that homework is a vital and valuable part of education. Setting homework extends study beyond school hours, allowing a wider and deeper understanding of knowledge acquired. For younger children, this could be practicing, reading, or multiplication tables. For older children, this could be researching on topics and reading ahead or even revising for tests. Furthermore, homework prepares students to work more independently and develop more skills, i.e. personal organization, working with deadlines, and being able to research. Presenting the motion. Homework should be banned in all schools. So we can either write I oppose or I propose. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, reveal.
In caps.
Okay, so today we have 2 opposers and 2 proposers. Who wants to start?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, period.
Very balanced.
Mine even has
Very
period.
balanced. Period.
Period.
Okay, who wants to start?
I think I can start. Coming from an institution in high school, I never used to have as much homework. And I think that it helped me focus on other things like the hobbies and the things I like. And that led me to the career I have now. But I feel like if I had to deal with homework every single day, I would not have any other time except to focus on my academics, and I would not be able to, like, outside of school, to explore what other factors of life that are available to me.
Okay.
I'd like to go next, and I'm opposing just because growing up, one problem I had was concentration, and having homework used to help me practice that. And also in school, all I was just doing is KKKing with my friends, to be very honest. I was just giggling and laughing, as you guys can see. You believe me? So that was the only thing I was doing. So having homework would help me also get serious into my schoolwork, because one thing about my mom, she did not play when it came to that. So it helped me learn more about my concentration. It has really helped me. And also acquiring discipline, that I don't need to be completely monitored by teachers for me to study.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to go next.
Period.
Mine even has period. Let me tell you. I was in a school where we were given loads and loads of assignments.
Yeah.
In primary school and also in high school. But in high school, I never did even a single assignment.
I believe you.
And here I am. I never. And the good thing is, I was a prefect. So when the high school teachers were checking whether you did the homework, I was being sent to go and probably look at something else, to go and organize something else. But in primary school, I remember, we used to even carry files to school.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Bagumzito.
Bagumzito. I feel like all that homework, it was just a lot of burdening kids and doing. It was just unnecessary. Very much unnecessary.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Dot.
Okay. I oppose because I feel like it's like driving school.
Yeah.
So yes, we have class where I'm listening,
Yeah.
and then for me, homework is now the application. Can I do this by myself? So come exam, I've had practice.
Yeah.
I've had practice to do it on my own. So I don't think it should be bad.
But doing it out of free will is even better than, like feeling like a gun is pointed to, like, do the assignment.
But as a kid, I don't think I can just decide, I want to study.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, for kids, I'm proposing.
The thing is, I'm okay with the idea of getting away with so much homework, because now it takes away from your free time. But also give people homework. Kids. Yeah. Also because I'm not in school.
Or you can give it. There's so much free time even in school. Even when the teacher is not like in for a lesson, or before even the teacher arrives, or even when the teacher is in during the lesson, the teacher can give like the student something to do and do it in school. He doesn't have to give kids work and go and do it at home. Yeah.
I agree with that.
No, but that's on the teacher though. That's on the teacher though. Don't blame the kid.
But my thing is that one for discipline. Like as you've said, if I'm not in class, I've finished studying right now, I will not have the urge to go home and just study for this specific thing unless I know an exam is coming through. And how will I know I captured the concept if I'm not getting something which is making me practice on it?
But you see, fun fact, kids grasp things faster than adults.
So let's talk about in high school.
In high school, Sasa, when you're 18, you're not a kid anymore. End of study, go study for the exam. don't rely on the assignment.
Yeah.
But even in primary, see, there were kids who are not like doing so well. So they're also kids.
Blame their parents.
These are the genes.
I think I'm proposing because of the fact that not even time kids grasping things or anything. A human being has so many things about them and it just doesn't focus on academia. And as you grow up, you even begin to see that academia is such a small part of your life and there's all these other things that you can do. So why, as a child, like as a parent to a child, I would say why focus all of your 18 years up to high school on academia? Why can't you let's see what else you can do? Like, can you play? Exactly. Can you be an artist? Can you can you play music? Can you play sports? And I feel like if someone is deep in the homework, they will not be able to find out about themselves like that. And now when they're an adult, it's even worse because now they have work which is like homework day in, day out.
Also, I think
Yeah.
that's why we were doing away with the 844 system, because it was just focusing plainly on academics right now.
Yeah,
And then this
yeah.
other one, which is crazy, unambo bebe kuku shule. I don't know.
I
Talent and
saw,
chicken, I don't
I
get
saw
it.
another one. A kid was given an assignment to go and listen to what your parents are talking about and then write it. And then the parent was, are you asking my kid for Mishene? Because why would you do
So
that?
it's left like, so now what my mom say.
But no,
Yeah,
that's
it.
podcast content. Though.
Yeah.
They're building someone to become a
But
podcaster.
lastly, I think I hated homework. Let me just say it. I
We
hated
believe-
We
assignments.
believe you.
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
I also feel like it gives kids so much stress. You see,
It's true,
there's a
though.
point where in your life, even as an adult, you're just happy, you're laughing with your friends, and then you remember suddenly you're supposed to be sad about something. You're supposed to be sad about, like,
Yeah.
I've just been to there was something, and it's homework. You know, the kid is playing outside, and they're just thinking about homework I haven't done. They're
Yeah.
in church thinking about something I haven't done. You know, like, it gives the kid so much stress and so much
So
pressure.
they finish
Yeah.
it, then they go play.
Yeah, I see what kind of.
trauma response. Trauma response.
No,
Because
but
we
I
went
know,
through it.
carefully,
Yeah.
though. It's back to what you were saying. Like, it's not as if that's how we're saying all subjects, like, give children all subjects homework every day.
Yeah.
You can even have a timetable.
Imagine
For
that's-
this Monday,
that's what used
it's
to
only
happen.
Maths. Tuesday, it's only, yeah.
Yeah.
You just divide, like, you just have a timetable so that it's not like a child and a
It's not
paper
too much.
Yeah,
Books
but
on
I remember my bag
yeah.
used to sag. I used to go
Same,
like this.
same. We were given an assignment in
That's
each
why
and
my
every
back
subject.
aches right now. It's
Yeah.
because I'm 64.
You have maths,
You are
homework,
carrying the book.
English. It was
That's
a lot.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I'm so jealous you had such a... I'm so jealous. My parents, we need to talk.
Were you in a public school?
No.
Oh, I believe you.
I went though for like one term. We posted
I
that.
was in a public
I'm so
primary
sorry.
school. Yeah. Oh,
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But-
you, what do you think?
As your host, I am to remain neutral.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Like, now I want to be, what do you think?
I think, though, I will say, hearing from both ends, your points are very valid. Like, I am able to resonate with Tara, but at the same time, I'm able to resonate with
yeah.
I feel like we're in therapy.
Yeah. Thank you so
It's a
much.
group therapy session. So, how are we feeling today?
I feel like
Okay.
all these mid feelings are just.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We're moving on. Culture can affect your relationship more than you may think, even if you or your partner seem perfectly acclimated to the current culture in which you've been raised. Every culture affects our personal habits and references. A lot of intercultural couples mistake cultural influence for personality flaws. The ability to differentiate between a cultural norm and a personal quirk is very important to prevent any misunderstandings or issues regarding compatibility. From the onset, relationships should not be negatively influenced by an ethnic or selfish agenda advanced by one partner or associates of that partner. Anyone playing the tribal card to negatively influence a relationship is slow in understanding how our world has become so interconnected. Negative ethnicity has a way of evoking passions, causing tension, strife, and even breakup of relationships. Intercultural relationships are relationships in which both partners involved in the relationship come from different cultural backgrounds, bringing with them different views, beliefs, and practices. Presenting the motion. Does culture or ethnic background influence your dating preferences? So this is a very personal question. So we want you to dive and reference to your personal past and current relationships. Does culture or ethnic backgrounds influence your dating preferences?
Can you be neutral?
I mean, I'm the host.
Oh. Oh, have I been
But
put
yes,
in my
you can,
place?
yes, you have. But you can oppose and propose, you know. Okay, are we ready? On the count of 3, 2, 1, reveal. No,
Okay, what?
no, I propose. So you two are opposing
Yeah.
in that sense.
It was a yes or no question.
Yeah, but
So
you can
are
still
you-
say you
so-
propose to mean yes, it does, or oppose, no, it does not.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Who wants to take this one away?
The ones who have strong opinions have spoken.
Okay.
And
Okay, I'll start speaking from experience.
Mhm.
You got married.
I'm Mijikenda, and I'm married to a Kikuyu.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something I've seen people, like, they really don't discuss a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I get so many questions about how I'm living, like how me and my husband live, and I'm like, Kwani, what's wrong with you guys? You just talk. You just communicate. Are you gonna do this? No. Are you gonna do this? Yes. And it's, for me, it's as simple as that. It's not as if it's because our parents live like this, we have to live like this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we have enough stress in life, Bana.
It's true.
Yeah. So for me, it does not affect my relationship at all.
So this is your current, and in your past? Has
Never.
it? Never?
Never.
Okay. Who wants to continue?
Me, by proposing. So, mine is not in terms of tribal, but then ethnicity. Is that your race? Yeah. Ethnicity.
With ethnicity, it's more of like
race.
tribes. Okay.
Let's talk about
Kind
race.
of tribes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about race because I tried dating someone outside our race, and it was so.
Could you disclose to us, were they Caucasian?
They were
It's okay.
white pound.
We're gonna judge you, but quietly.
Yeah, so
Dr. Omar.
I've dated a white palm colored person, and he was so out of touch with some things. And then, first of all, making a joke in Kiswahili was unbearable because now he was just not getting it, and then translating it, that was getting lost in between, and then trying to explain some problems I have. He was completely out of touch with it, and that was kind of a big issue for me because we don't understand each other at all. It was fun though. I'm not saying, but it was fun. I had a good time, but then just that thing for being so out of touch with things happening here was just.
It makes sense because, you know, from the get-go, you have been brought up culturally in very different environments, perspectives, etc.
So it was just a bit weird. I mean, I would do it again though.
I am purely Kikuyu, like purely Kikuyu, like my great.
We believe you. We believe you.
Oh, guys, come on.
Yeah.
So I've seen how my uncles and even my dad, how they treat their wives, or how they treat their SOs, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And Kikuyu men have been stereotyped, and I wouldn't even say it's a stereotype. It's how they are. Kikuyu men are the kind of men where if when they are coming back to their house,
They are Kikuyu men.
they are Kikuyu men even in the house. Like their presence must be felt, and even the kids have to like go upstairs. You know, the kids have to leave. Mwachie baba yenu kiti, and then the wife serves the that's how Kikuyus are. Okay, Stephanie is the host.
I'm neutral.
She's neutral.
I'm neutral.
So the more I've become like an adult, the more I've realized that it has, in some sort of ways, in some very subtle ways, it has rubbed off on me. You know, even in my previous relationships, you know, sometimes you even find yourself wanting to be like fully in control, you know, and all those kind of things. But like, I'm single and I'm very good. And I'm very good. Yeah, it's all in the past. So yeah, culture, the way you're raised, you know, it definitely affects how you perceive and even how you behave in relationships. Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, we've not heard from you.
I would like to oppose. Mostly because I come from a very culturally diverse background.
Okay.
My dad is Luo and my mom is Kikuyu. So you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and aside from my mom being Kikuyu, she's also Taita and has a little bit of Indian. So I've grown up in a very culturally diverse setting. I've gone to Indian weddings, I've gone to Luo occasions, I've done everything. Kikuyus, I've seen them. Like, I've literally been like in Kenya.
Yeah.
So I just feel like aside from people being part of their ethnicity. They're also just people. And I've also dated a lot of people who are not in the same like background as myself. But I think I'm also very comfortable with dating people from different backgrounds because that's been my whole life. I've never been exposed to just one culture. Like I've experienced a lot of other cultures. So I just think that maybe because of that, it's easier for me to date
around.
Yeah.
But then what about race? Because that's the one I'm just like
With race, I actually
get
you.
This is
and
given.
I agree
It's
with,
gonna be
I agree
different,
with you
Yeah.
completely because that's like a whole other world. Yeah, you can't.
But then with the
share
other one,
the
I
same
actually agree with them because first of all,
Okay.
being a
What?
Kale, I'm here for you. Being a Kale, I'm fully Kale by the way. My parents are both Kalenjins. And yes, I could see a lot of the same influence. And I have dated outside my tribe and everything. And Kale men just give me the ick, to be very honest. I will not lie. I don't like how because they're very chauvinistic, sorry to say, if you're not, the others. But they're a bit chauvinistic. They can be crazy misogynists. They believe in control, some sort of way humbling a woman, and I do not like that, especially because I'm very outspoken. I'm myself. So seeing that within my tribesmen, get somebody else to do it.
Pick somebody else.
Get somebody else to do it.
But
Not
I
me.
would say it all depends. Your perception of a relationship or how you are in a relationship or even how you act towards your SO. It majorly depends on how you were raised. Yeah, like how your family was, how your family setting was. Because I would lie if I said I want to be the type of husband my dad was or any of his brothers was. Yeah, you see. And it's up to me to like break the cycle and be different. Yeah, so I think it entirely depends on how you grew up.
Brought up.
Yeah,
Honestly,
how you're brought
because
up.
how you're brought up actually influences almost everything that you do in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
Yeah.
Like it's that situation for these two brothers who grew up together. Their father was a drunkard. One became a drunkard, and the other one did not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Choose what you want to like pick up from how you were raised.
And I can also imagine if people are usually shocked that you and your husband are from different tribes. I'm very shocked. Like we're 2023.
That's
Chelsea,
like-
come on now.
That's like,
I mean,
I know.
I'd expect my grandparents to be the ones who are
be
raising
shocked,
eyebrows and everything. But even my parents, if they brought such an issue right now, be like,
They're
"I'm
just
catching
shocked.
up."
They're mostly shocked at like our we don't have traditions. Us, we're just living life.
Yeah.
Because now, for example, during last Christmas, I went to my parents.
Yeah.
Kibunja was busy. Like he had a couple of events. I went to my parents, and then now we went to his New Year's, like after New Year's.
Yeah.
So Kibunja did a Q&A people to ask Kibati, why does your wife go to visit her parents?
In this 2023,
But let me tell you,
my parents.
let me tell you, I would understand why they would ask a question because this is what happens in Kikuyu.
Oh, when you
You know,
leave
when
your
you're
parents-
married off, like where umenda.
gets your whole family.
Kale is the
Yeah.
same thing. It's like
Crazy.
they usually say wamelipa mahari, so you're gone. You're literally
Yeah,
we bought you your hours.
especially when the chick is Kikuyu, she knows.
Wait.
Ni
She knows
kuenda
ni
nimeenda.
kuenda, yeah.
Wait, let's hold on. So like you guys are saying that if I am married to my partner,
Yeah.
I can't just go see my partner.
No,
You can visit them,
but then you see major
Christmas, yeah,
they
unaenda kwa
expect
bwana.
you. Yeah.
New Year, your husband. Easter, your husband. Yeah.
Get somebody else to do it.
But
But it's
since
actually wearing off. It's not like
Yeah,
it's,
it's-
on the,
yeah,
it's on the
yeah.
same. Because even when I was growing up, we knew for sure Christmas we're spending it at my dad's. And then we grew up and then we started breaking out of the norms, kabisa, so we started doing other things. But then my grandparents still expect us to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But we're just like, but we also have grandparents on the other
the
side.
other
So
side.
what's up? You know?
And they also deserve to be seen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
let me tell you, my dad is a man of tradition. He spent every single Christmas
At
his.
Yeah.
We will go to at my mom's probably second after first, after New Year's
Yeah.
Eve. Second or third, and he's just passing by and saying hi.
In Niaje,
And then
alafu you
leaving,
go.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Such wild traditions, yeah. Because even my dad, it's taken him some time to wrap his head around it. I think for the past 5 years, we've been showing him dust. He just can't even believe the fact that we have the option of not even spending Christmas with our family.
At all.
He's just like, what do you mean? What is this? So I think they're just breaking out of the norm.
So
Just
there was even
trolls.
another instance. Where, so you've said the way like women, the presence has to be felt. What are you talking about?
Ati hajafai kuosha vyombo.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Another time, nilikuwa nimetoka ku workout. So Kibunja was doing the dishes. He was listening to a very fire like TBT playlist. Nikienda kudance hapo, nimeweka camera, nimejibamba. So umeamua utakuwa I don't know what this chick said. It was just some funny comment. Nikisema kwani hana mikono ya kuosha.
That thing shocks me so much. Like, what do you mean? Why are you so mad?
Baby girl, Kibunja ndio aoshe vyombo. Sema si pocho. Yake alikuwa anafanya nini? Alikuwa anaosha vyombo.
Yeah.
It's like a carry on. Like hana at all hana hizo vitu.
Yeah.
Together most days. We do everything together. Hakuna mambo ya so hii ni kazi yako na hii ni kazi yako.
It's changing. I'd be shocked at sai una date dem unamwambia mkioana unamwambia me I won't be cooking, I won't be doing the dishes.
Yeah, like we have a chef. We have a chef. Thank you. You did this for me. And then people pull this thing for we are losing our culture. What do you mean? Where is it culture to be washing dishes? Is it culture for me to be washing the house?
It's a house chore.
Why is it culture when it's only benefiting the men? Let's talk about it. Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Wow. Okay. The next one.
Yeah.
Okay. To return or not. Whatever the circumstance, ending a relationship comes with a sizable amount of stressful contemplation and difficult emotions, usually for both parties. And as mature and evolved as we may consider ourselves to be, the type of rejection and grief we experience during the end of a relationship can cause us to act out in petty, unseemly, and even vindictive ways. While the actual breakup can be a very tricky navigation, not enough people consider what happens post-breakup until it's too late. Chances are you're still going to have interactions with your ex, whether it is tying up loose ends or encountering them in new places. The etiquette of gifts post-breakup has been a conversation, and in May 2021, social media was rife with debate. After a 2-year relationship in the public eye, fans were caught by surprise when Saweetie and Quavo officially called it quits. Quavo insinuated on more than one occasion that while he was generous during the course of their relationship, he did reclaim possession of the Bentley he bought for her. On their song titled Having Our Way from the new album Culture 3, Quavo raps, "Had it her way, now she out of a Bentley." Some would argue that gifts act as a happy reminder of the relationship and that you will forever hang on to the memories of the great times you had. Thus, you should return, while others consider it rude. Presenting the motion, should you return gifts post a breakup? Your exes are watching.
I want them to watch.
Okay, all right.
They better subscribe while at it. So wait, the motion is?
Should you return gifts post a breakup? The exclamation points. Are we ready? On the count of 3, we'll reveal. 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Wow.
Wow.
Chelsea, come on
3
now.
proposals and 1 proposer. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to take this one away?
So the reason I said this is because I don't expect someone who has gifted me like something very big in terms of like it's financially big.
You can say a car, a house.
Land.
Yeah.
I don't expect them to just be like, okay, so we had a great time. Yeah.
Can I?
Remember me? You know? So I'd like, and plus I don't want embarrassments. I don't want to be on Mombasa Road level. I don't want to be on any road.
Gari na zimwa.
Na gari na zimwa na inaklaimiwa. So I just I think for the big gifts, I will just return before
they
they are returned by force. For the smaller gifts, not necessarily return, but I don't think I'd stay with them, because why?
So
Like,
do
I don't
you
wanna.
dispose?
Okay. Plus, I think it depends on how we ended things. Because why do I want to remember you? It's that thing for me. I don't have exes. Me, if we break up, I never dated you.
Yeah.
So
That's
like,
claim.
why
I
am
don't
I
claim.
staying? Why
Yeah.
am I staying with your stuff? Yeah.
Okay.
I think, let me speak from a man.
Okay.
From
Yeah,
a
man's
male's perspective.
POV.
Yeah. Especially for me, my love language towards my partner is gifting.
Yeah.
Who doesn't exist?
Yeah?
A partner who doesn't exist.
Ooh, cha.
I'm just
Cha.
just
confirming. Let's not do it.
Child,
Anyway, so
yeah, I mean, I'm single.
Yeah.
Yeah, my love language towards my partner is gifting.
Gifts.
So, and I give them out of like a genuine heart. I'd never want my SO to give back at what I gifted her. You see, like, let's say, even if it's a car, a house, I mean, after we break up, itakuwa inaniuma, but I'll never stoop that low.
Yeah.
No, because I feel like it's stooping so low. I had to give me back the land I bought you.
Your title letter pa. Watch up a coffee.
It's actually very embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Okay.
It's very embarrassing.
You know why I oppose? First, also, my love language is gifting. It's among my tops.
Your love language.
Yangu nataka.
Or
nipe-
not yours towards someone, it's your love language.
Yeah, nataka unipe gifts. I love gifts.
believe you.
So I can't imagine someone. I also like sentimental gifts. So I can't imagine someone giving me something so sentimental and then you're taking it away. Again, it crosses to the thing for how did the relationship go? Was it nasty? Did it end up, or did it end badly, or were we on a good nini the whole time and then it ended badly? Like such factors. But then the minute you come and then you ask me for something you give me, I lose all respect for you, to be very honest, because sasa mbona unachukua? Like, what are you gonna do with it? Let's say I saw a debate on Twitter and guys, it was about an engagement ring, yeah? If it was an heirloom, I understand for sure. You can give it back because so unafanya ina ring your grandmother, it doesn't make sense. But then if it's something you went and bought, like Drake has said he's thought about proposing 42 times and he took back all those rings. 42 times. You know, why are you taking all those rings? It's something, it does not
No, the
matter.
question is, why are you proposing for
Actually,
You're the problem. You're the problem.
Like, you see, something like that does not make sense because come on, Lienda, just randomly, and you thought she would like this, and then you take it back. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get your cash back? Are you trying to propose to someone else with that? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Unafanya nini? Niambie. But when it comes to big things, I completely disagree with you. Let me stay with them. Thank you so much.
I feel like you're looking at this whole thing from only one perspective. From a man claiming back the gift. Why are we not talking about the woman
To claim.
going on Twitter aseme hata I bought you that house, I even bought you that car,
Men are terrible. That's like,
Because the woman
Abba.
will not like take the car in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
but if she did have power, I think some women can.
Okay.
Some even have.
Ooh, okay, that's an interesting POV.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, I'm just
Kwani
thinking if
so-
I bought someone a car for real, I think I might have.
Tell us.
Alafu, I feel like if your partner
I'd send
buys
my
you a
other man
car,
to go get it.
alafu I can tracker to know what, then that car
Iko yako.
haikuwa yako.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
In the beginning.
That's
My
why-
thing is though, and the reason I oppose is because a gift is, at the point I'm giving you a gift, it's because I love you so much.
Yeah.
And when the relationship ends, does that mean that the love also ends?
Like, you know,
Can it
you can be
end
scorned
as soon as the relationship ends?
in a scenario where you found this person was doing the nastiest things behind your back.
Or in instances
Oh, yeah,
where
okay.
you have fallen out of love
Out
with
of
someone,
love.
now you're just waiting for the formality.
I guess, but then at the same time, it's like, it takes so long. Okay, for me, personally, it takes a long time for me to fall out of love with someone.
Okay.
And I'm also a very big gifter. One of my love languages, just like Mike, is to give gifts. I love giving. And I don't know how it would feel if someone came to return
Alafu akurudishie, yeah? It would be such a sting.
I think it would be such a big sting, and I'll be really offended because I was like, I literally thought about you when I was buying this.
Yeah.
And for you to return it is like, do you even care? Do you care?
But
I feel very offended.
Being a person who likes doing tit for tat, I would just do it just because I know it's gonna hurt you. It's going to be that thing, like I'm showing you, I don't care, like you're out of my life completely. So I would do that just because I know the effect it's gonna have on you. Because I can't be crying here and then you're just
and you're
it's like tulia pamoja. Now you cried, I cried.
To some extent, someone giving
challenging
back
to
like
grow
the
up.
big things, like land, house, a car, that would make sense. But then I bought you, let's say even simple earrings, umenirudishia. But it's the small things.
Like, what am I gonna do with the earrings now?
Yeah. So when I was telling you before that I returned something, I returned a chain which was with my name.
Now tunawajua.
And again, as I'm telling you, I just did it because I felt like he was in such a good space, and then I'm holding on to something that he gave me. So I'm just like, sasa nafanya nini kitu? It keeps on reminding me of all the of what I'm going through.
Just right.
So when I saw him, and I was not sure I was gonna give it back, but then the minute I saw him, and then he was smiling at me, I'm just like, that's quiet.
No, let me tell you.
And then he was so confused the same way. You're just like, but I gave this to you because I really love. I want you to have it. I was like, no, it's like me holding on to.
So before you gave back the gift, Uliona, he's happy. Like, let me just, what should I do? Let me give back this chain.
As I'm saying, I still have some growth to do. I know I do a bit of immature things, and that tops one of them. But yeah, I was just like, una smile sana. I don't like unacheka sana. Alafu usawa ameniacha. So I'm just like, not only has it dumped me, but he also does be smiling. Happy.
I want to follow up this conversation with two things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Should you choose to return?
Yeah.
The timing and the logistics. So is it to a channel, return it, or you wait how many months, and then the logistics? Do you take it yourself? Do you send a boda? Do you have it delivered?
Send a boda. I have a package for you. Package, you're happy. It's just your ex.
Yeah,
that's hilarious though.
Honestly, if you want to repeat it where it has, send a boda.
And don't even make a call.
Mpigie huyu neno nalipa.
Alafu ana call back kuuliza why mbona umerudisha, unaiangalia tu hivi.
Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like take some time because females, we usually do things out of emotion most of the time, and maybe you might do something and then you regret it later. Kama gari sasa better to the next day. That makes sense. I'm gonna cry. But then I feel like take some time, sit with them, just decide if you really want to keep them around, if they're only going to be hurting you more. Yeah, just.
And it also depends with what your ex did.
Yeah.
Some people are just so nasty. Like, so but amefanya kitu kubwa, you don't even know what to do. Yeah, I think in such a
yeah. But I'd say take some time alafu tumeboda. Kama unarudisha, because also seeing someone might also bring up more emotions.
Might trigger
might trigger you.
But men are not as petty as women. So.
What?
No, you're petty, you just don't know.
Mombasa Road elected.
Look, men are not as petty as women.
The men in
And
this
I
room
also
are
believe,
just like.
I think this is also a bit off topic, but I also believe in cutting ties with your ex.
Yeah, same.
I also believe in cutting ties with your ex.
Like, well, since we're on gifts, what about pets? Because people be having pets.
Oh, that one takurudishia haraka sana.
But you know,
Can you
create
take
a
your dog?
Because let's say someone actually got you a pet as a gift. What are you gonna do about it?
You'll be looking at that cat. Your dad was one of them. I mean, if you wanna leave, take that person.
Ichukwe.
But is it also possible that you can separate the gift from the person who gave it to you?
Oh yeah, I feel like that's also possible.
Yeah.
Superpowers.
Wholesome.
Because I
Again, if it's sentimental, that's when I now remember kabisa. Because nakumbuka maybe we're just maybe having dinner one time and then I start crying again because this is the day he gave me this. But if it's something so petty, okay, not petty, but something small, you can just separate it from them completely. Just no attachments, no feelings.
Yeah.
It's interesting because when it comes to the functionality of gifts,
Yeah.
say someone buys you a fridge.
Yeah.
Are we returning the fridge?
Aye,
Do we keep
kuna
the
vitu
fridge?
zingine no.
Kuna vitu zingine no. I mean,
Yeah.
kama simu, even a phone. Well,
Yeah.
Let's also be
Yeah.
realistic. Even a car, you're gonna go back to Uber
honestly,
and matatu.
because that for me, that's something so big. So I've started planning my life around that
Yes.
gift. How you like land. So nimesema wow, hapa.
Unamtext
For
unamwambia,
bedroom.
I forgive you.
I forgive you, but we're not getting back together. You know.
Unamwambia, hey, FYI, I'm keeping the car.
Una change your number,
Stateless.
you move kabisa.
Yeah.
Okay, you sell that car, everything changes.
Yeah. But it depends. Yeah, you said it depends. It depends because I mean, some exes, you just cut things off on a very not so bad note.
Yeah.
And you guys remain friends. But kuna wengine, no, it can't.
Mkishaenda,
Yeah.
mkaanikana Twitter,
Rough, yeah. I mean, depends for real.
Yeah.
Just and also who the person is. Takitaka kwa petty, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna keep them though. Thanks.
Moving on to the next. This one we're taking a detour. The Ministry of Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts announced in the month of February the establishment of the Talanta Hela Council and its 2 technical committees, one for sports and one for the creatives. The committees and council were announced through a Gazette notice by the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Arts and Sports, Ababuna Mwamba. The Creatives Technical Committee is led by Daniel Ndambuki Churchill as chairperson and comprises of 10 members including Akinyi Odongo, Jimmy Gathu, Catherine Kamau, Esther Akoth, Kizito Makande, Aziad Nasenya, Rosemary Wahu Kagwi, Awathi Salim Awathi, Douglas Kipkirui Langat, and Susan Ekasiba. The committee will serve a term of 3 years and will be responsible for proposals related to the collection and distribution of royalties, implementing the National Creatives Economy Plan, managing the National Creatives Awards, monetizing the creative sector, upgrading arts facilities and infrastructure, and promoting Kenya as a top filmmaking destination. The announcement of the appointed members indeed sparked a heated debate online, with some even questioning the competence of some appointees in the committee. Presenting the motion, do you feel that as content creators, now that we are all content creators in some capacity here, are fully represented in the new Creatives Technical Committee? Following up with another question, and who would you have loved to see appointed?
So is this a setup? You just want to know.
This is debate club.
Just want us to
You're opening us up to public criticism.
Yes.
We're gonna still, regardless, we're gonna answer.
Yeah. Do you feel
Did you feel? Yeah.
that content creators are fully represented in the new Creatives Technical Committee? Maybe I should bring it home. Do you feel like you are fully represented in the new Creatives Technical Committee? And a follow-up, and who would you have loved to see appointed?
Hey, yeah, I said we don't have the capacity.
As content creators, we also have some film and arts here. So it's an interesting balance. Maybe bring it home. As Mike, as Joanne, as Esther, as Tara, do you feel you have been represented? We can talk about the follow-up.
Messages manga I that's
Yeah, same.
You guys are
I'm just
giving
like,
Maybe you're too Mtuambia you can't be neutral. Only the host can be neutral. But I'm not neutral. I know my place, but for the sake of the cameras,
you can
and
actually
everything,
say you propose and oppose.
Oh, okay.
So I can be lenient.
nice.
But I would like to
Nice.
see which side you lean more towards. So if you say you oppose and propose, then you back it up. Are we ready?
No, there's two best stage names. The members, because the only one I've caught is Kate, the actress, and Aziad.
Oh.
The stage names, you know all of them by name.
mi hata nimeshangaa Kinyi ni nani?
Nimesikia kuna
I mean,
Kip,
we know Wahoo.
Wahoo,
Yeah.
Ewa Kagia.
Yeah.
Wahoo, Bibia,
Nameless,
Jimmy
yeah.
Gathu.
Who's that?
Jimmy Gathu, I know him. You don't know Jimmy Gathu?
That's
I know embarrassed.
quite actually.
Embarrassed.
I was born in 2000 and you're still going.
What does Jimmy Gathu do? He was a TV
Radio
presenter.
host, TV
Radio,
presenter,
yeah.
Back in the
actor.
days.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh. Okay.
Still is.
Okay.
Oh, that's lovely.
Is it Spice?
My
Yeah,
age, my
Spice,
age
yeah.
is showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Let's reveal on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, and reveal. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. So when you say I oppose and I propose, is it you begin with your position but then you propose? Or is there any
When you're
particular
Mianzana
order?
opposed, they are very strong. It's very strong.
The opposite. Okay.
Just letting the public know that I'm proposing more.
Wajue.
Who wants to take it away?
I can start. So when you asked, I thought this question was going towards, do you think those guys deserve it? And when you said that, I thought, I'm going to propose. But
Yeah.
now how you phrased it,
Yeah.
do you
Feel
feel
represented.
like you are represented as a content creator? Not really, because the type of content most of them do is not the type of content
we do.
exactly. So
Okay.
I'm not trying to say that they should like now remove those people and replace them. Just add like a wider range of like people. There's people have their niches. So look at all those niches and see how everyone can be
Can be
represented.
represented, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also propose because I'm
We-
not the type of person to say mbona ako hapo, because even me one day I'll be put in such a position and
someone
people
will
be
question.
somebody who's never known me, they didn't know I was suffering, I've been suffering, and like this one has come from nowhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know their journeys, I don't know what they've been doing behind the scenes, so I really think everyone who is there is meant to be there.
Yeah. Can I go next? I'm doing the same, proposing and opposing. First of all, it's very nice to see people my age being in such a huge committee. So props to that, because now I feel like the younger demographic is being attended to, rightfully so. And also the why I'm opposing, I feel like what they catered for is only mainstream media. I do podcasting. I have not seen anyone in podcasting there. As much as radio is the same, people keep on saying this narrative that radio is dying. Podcasting is the new thing. There's no one there for podcasting. So I don't feel like they attended to us. For the side of influencers, it was very beautiful to see Azia there. Also, Kate is big on influencing. So that was really nice to see. And also women being part of this beautiful
Committee.
again. Yeah, so I'm happy that this step is being taken, that we are being involved in such conversations. And it's just not only old people, because we're always complaining that ni wazee tu wanapewa hiyo kazi. So now seeing people our age, people who are young, who understand how social media is, props to that. But I feel like we need more representation, as she has said. I wish more comedy was attended to more, especially because now people are just not doing stand-up anymore. I would have loved to see you on the committee, even you. It would have been really nice to see people who do comedy outside of TV. Yeah, because now social media is the main thing as we speak. So it would have been interesting to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me chime in and to say that I started with opposing and then proposing. I started with opposing because I totally did not feel represented at all. My niches on content are food, fashion, lifestyle, and I don't think any of those were represented. Again, like Joanne said, it's mostly mainstream media, so I feel like I would have loved to see someone like Joy Candy, because I resonate with her a lot more in the fashion scene and lifestyle scene as well. And maybe someone like Chef Ali in the food scene would be so great. So that's why I started with proposing. And then for proposing, that's the same reason. It's just really nice to see also creators having a committee in the first place. It's like a step in the correct direction. And also the fact that now the government is now seeming to look like more friendly towards creators. I remember there was a time shooting in town. Removing a camera like this in town.
Cops would come out of nowhere. It was like,
I've been arrested so many times.
So it's good to see that we're moving away.
If I'm lying.
It's good to see that we're moving away from that kind of hostility to a more friendly government.
Well, let me just add something else. Now that there's a committee, we actually have someone to
represent,
to keep accountable too. Because if it fails, we're like, okay, so. But I'm not saying that it will fail. I'm saying, I'm saying.
That's one way to look at it. But then, look at a politician. Atakuja kwambia, yo, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and you'll say the same thing. We feel like someone's gonna keep the government accountable, but then the check inakamina hapo kwa month, mwisho wa mwezi. When they get the salary, are they gonna still remember us? I'm not saying it's about the money, but the reason why I'm proposing, we don't know. We just know them. We just see them on social media. We don't know what they can do. So we give them a chance. We give them a chance to see what they can do on the committee. But then I'm opposing because, someone on Twitter said, someone being good at what they do on social media, as being good at content creation doesn't mean they're good even in administration, public speaking and all that. So let's give them a chance. But then we would have loved to see characters like Abel Mutua, Ted Josiah, Andrew Bush. I mean, Kenna was one of the few African creators who represented Africa in the Meta conference. That's big.
That's huge.
I mean, guys like our say waliachwa wapi. So to some extent we feel represented, and we also do not feel like fully represented. Yeah.
Also, I felt like I know Wahu is an artist, she's a singer, but I also felt like we're really lacking behind. Like, lagging behind.
The
color we just said, let's go. We're lagging behind in helping artists grow, because we really have so many beautiful artists in Kenya. I would have loved to see someone from Sauti Sol there, because these guys have been representing us for years. They know the music industry in and out. They are the ones who can explain how things are done outside. Because they're the ones who've really been exposed to that. Or even Yashinsky, another goat. It would be very nice to see someone who's very conversant in the music space being there. And just that aspect, because musicians, wanateseka, they're suffering. The royalties that they get out of that, unapata 34 bob or something. It's so small. And there's a time I was talking to a producer. We were at some conference together, and he was speaking, and he was saying how, as much as things have changed, we are still far behind. So I also feel like 3 years, it's also such a long time for us to see change. I wish we gave them like a 1 year period. We see, and then we can reshuffle again. We see what you've done within the 1 year, because that will also give you time. Like changamka, we need to see the work that you've done, and then you come up with a report. You said, we did this and this and this in my specific field, and you are not able to help with this and this and this, and then you go through another vetting process. We put another team, we see what they can do, because creatives, we do not like staying in the same place. You know that for sure. If you're in that one specific point, we get a bit too comfortable, it starts becoming boring, and we are always ready to leave and change. So I can imagine them doing this thing for 3 years. It'll become boring, so they might start relaxing, but now if you were doing something like 1 year, a short period, alafu tunaingiza team ingine tena, we see what they can do. It'll also give so many other people to chime in with their ideas, and maybe something bigger would have been done.
Also, I think the public is also entitled to know what the criteria was.
For choosing, for the selection, because we don't know what is going on. Maybe better wangeambia creatives hawa choose, who would you like to see do this and this, ama wachague wale wako at the tops or something like that. Yeah, but it's also very interesting to see. I'm so happy that something like this came about. I just wish some few changes.
Like, there's a committee to begin with.
Like, wow.
That's
Ni kama
the win.
tumepata
A
stima.
win is a win.
God damn, we're good. Yeah.
I would like to follow up on some of the roles that are supposed to be defined in this committee.
Yeah.
I read the committee will serve a term of 3 years and will be responsible for proposals related to the collection and distribution of royalties, implementing the National Creatives Economy Plan, managing the National Creatives Awards, and the list goes on and on and on. And I wondered to myself, and especially, I think the one that caught me as much as I'm trying to remain neutral, which everybody today has been neutral.
We really tried.
The National Creatives Awards. I think this is probably the first time I shall be, saying what I think. But when we say national, I think of grand scale.
Yeah.
And I think for me, my challenge would be, are these, appointed members a full representation on a national level? Or is this very, for me, maybe one thing I would have probably hoped for is the same way we would have like devolved county governments. Probably we break it down to specific areas. Because I don't know what, for example, I cannot speak as a content creator in Nairobi, based in Nairobi, experiencing challenges in Nairobi. I can't say for the people in Nakuru or Kisumu, is it a one size fits all? So yeah, that would be my...
That's a very good POV, first of all. Because as a person who's grown up in Nakuru, we really don't see a lot of content creators. We've always believed that I have to come to Nairobi. Kufanya kazi. Even in Eldoret, same thing. Kericho, same thing. So if we can have people who are focusing on that creative aspect in the county levels, it would really help people even gain the confidence to just imagine you don't need to go to Nairobi kupata pesa. But also, I sort of understand why it's only focused in Nairobi, just because when you go to these other counties, let me speak for Nakuru because that's where I've grown, Nakuru and Kericho, it's full of the older generation demographic, So these guys are not really conversant with what is going on with social media, the media per se. The most they might know is TV. Come on, you're not a TV presenter, you're not on radio, you're really doing nothing, or you're acting. There's nothing more to that. So I can understand why they're really not focused on that, but also I can believe there are people within those areas who would like to explore the creative side. So it would be really good to even start small. Start with you remember the way we used to have career days in high school? It would be really interesting to see schools incorporating creatives as that, inviting creatives, because all they used to do is just invite lawyers, doctors, teachers, just people who do the big white collar jobs and not these other things. And now in the creative space, everything is growing so fast and everyone wants to be in this space. I didn't know being an influencer or a digital marketer would be a lot of work. I just knew it was going to be easy. I'm taking a photo, I posted. I didn't do something like KPIs. I didn't know so much about it. And I don't think also the courses that involve marketing also teach people the real hard stuff, like what is going on qua ground. So it would be really good for them to now take it to another level, take it to the county level, and also involve high schools with it.
I think for me, my challenge is on a national level. When we say National Creatives Awards, are we looking through all creatives in the country and then according people the merit? Because when you say national, then that is what is implied. When we say Kenya National Examination Council, KCSE, everybody regardless of their location in the country sits for these exams. So I don't know if this committee is supposed to be like a standardized version for everything. So that was my POV.
Like also for people who create content not in Kiswahili and English.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because those people, they have their own audience.
They really do. I was seeing a Kale YouTube cast and they have the biggest numbers ever.
Even that's how Nani began. What's his name? Desagu. Desagu was doing content in Kikuyu, and he gets millions and millions of views.
Yeah, because also he's now touching that other demographic. You can imagine. So that's why I'd be so interested in seeing people attending to people in the county levels, because up under the two tribes are centered on, and then you can now get those people who are doing content within those areas. Man.
I mean, this conversation is very extensive.
Talk forever and ever.
On and on.
Our last last debate.
Well,
So much fun.
Okay. Love today should be an active choice, something you grow and build together with a partner instead of something that just happens to you. These are the words of Mandy Len Catron, writer and author of How to Fall in Love with Anyone. She offers an ultra-practical, albeit seemingly unromantic, solution for love maintenance: relationship contracts. Every relationship is contractual. We're just making the terms more explicit, she says. Despite its legal-sounding moniker, a relationship contract is a tool for couples to express their needs and work together to craft the parameters of their own unique relationship roadmap, including anything and everything from health and housework to sex and intimacy. The power of this exercise, says Catron, is that it steers couples away from those problematic, passive notions of romance and towards agency and thoughtfulness in our love lives. Social media was in a frenzy when news broke last December that Lori Harvey makes her partner sign an airtight non-disclosure agreement before pursuance of a romantic engagement. The contract stops any potential suitor from sharing any photos or messages that they exchange. It also precludes them from saving any screen captures of their discussions or communications, including any video. Failure to comply, the NDA attracts a stiff penalty of $1 million. Presenting the motion. Should contractual dating agreements in relationships be normalized? Sign here and here and here and here. My lawyer has said you have not signed.
I'm ready.
I repeat, should contractual dating agreements in relationships be normalized? Or even while you're dating, while you're courting, sign here and here and here. Are we ready? Let's reveal in 3, 2, 1. Reveal.
Look at
I
us girlies.
propose. The sisters
Sticking together.
The
And
sisters
you
are
know it.
saying
Yes.
Give up of girls, but yeah.
First of all.
Maybe we can have the opposer start.
sure. First of all,
Because first of all, let's go somewhere when the ones tell us why not.
why?
Why?
I mean, I can't even wrap my head around, like, you know.
Sign here.
Hey. No, it just sounds so transactional. It sounds very. Nitapata more content as we
discuss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I start?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I propose because I think first of all the basis of our contract. Let's talk about our contract in itself. Is to protect both parties.
Yeah.
So even as it sounds unromantic and legal and transactional, like Mike has said, it is at the end of the day to protect you and your partner from each other, because when things get rough, you can get embarrassed. Case in point, Mombasa was just chilling. If they had a contract,
sued.
hashtag $1 million. But you see, if they had a contract and they had already agreed, it would save themselves from their own feelings.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I think it just is a very. I think it's a very sane thing to do, because at the point where you're creating the contract, you're saying you're sober, you're not in your feelings as much as you would be if, God forbid, you break up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm for doing all that if you're getting married.
So what's the other one?
But then you're dating, and then you like have to like sign all those stuff. No, okay, it doesn't make sense to me, but continue.
See, case in point, like right now we're in the public space, yeah? There's some things I like to be kept private. Maybe there's some things I do in my room and I don't want the public to know. And we might break up, and someone who, like the way people have been outing guys on Twitter, like, oh, even you like doing this in bed, you know? There's some things I would not like to keep to the public eye at all. And if you're dating, I know when things go south, people don't care about nothing. They just want their revenge and to move. And then acting, you might even just do it out of spite, just because you don't want to do anything. Look at Lori Harvey's relationships. I have loved that I've known nothing about her relationships. I really love people's business, but hers has been so private that I love it even more. I'm just like, oh, this is nice. Because it's really not interesting when everyone has something to say about your relationship.
Yeah.
And as much as, yes, nitakuwa hapo nikisikiza, I'm not gonna, sitafunga masikio, listen, I promise. But it's so interesting to keep some things private. And social media has bred that familiarity with people, and I do not want anyone to feel like they're so familiar with me just because they know who I have been dating, what we've been talking about. And that thing for releasing screenshots, dead that thing for sure, because these are private conversations we are having. Why do the public need to know what this or whatever is going on behind bars? So just I really appreciate that. That's a good idea. I'll do it.
Airtight non-disclosure.
I really love it.
Just to add on, because you've said you've summarized.
Yeah.
And also to add on to that, sometimes someone writes something just like wanna post part enye wanataka peke yake, and then they can drive a whole different agenda and it was not that. So I really think it's very important, especially for public figures, because
I mean, I would understand if you're in the limelight, if you're a public figure. But then, what did I want to say?
But watu wanapenda tu udaku. Hata nikisikia udaku ya mama mboga, listen.
The question is, who are you dating? Like, ujamjua before.
But people change, though.
Yeah, people
change.
Don't know people.
And also people put up a facade. Because I have dated people who are completely nothing to what they showed me. When you break up is now when you're hearing, oh shit, so this was happening. Okay, so this was happening. And if I was just a crazy person, maybe I would be exposing him and just like, oh, by the way, on this day, this and this and this happened. And then also maybe in those terms, when you embarrassed me, unanilipa. No. If you embarrass me, you pay me.
I mean, I would never post.
I would even have a cheating clause, Yeah.
Another 1 million.
Yeah. Waste my time. Iko hapo. I mean, such things, honestly. I feel like it's important, especially because the system around relationships has been built to protect men so much. And it's not that my agenda for gender was. It's just that everything is always the woman's fault. You are not doing this. You are not serving your man right. Your man deserves to look outside. It's never been serving women. So if you can have something which can protect us, and it means we go to the extent of finding the laws to do it, well and good. Like there was that case where the subshari, I'm so sorry to bring this up, trigger warning, rape, and within a relationship, and then someone was just saying, yeah, this was your partner, he has the right to do that. If you have, and then you have literally a document that says, I'm not supposed to do this, because to men some things are not clear like that, and if we have to look for laws to back us up, then we might as well.
Well, I feel like this is a point where I ask the men behind the camera
Well, production.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like it's very important, because now Lori Harvey has always been known to date around, and it's normal. She's in her 20s, it's okay. Even in your 50s, you're allowed to do that. But then people always want to push the narrative that she's a whore. Because why are we giving her labels that are not right? And then the fact that they don't have so much to say about her because she has this thing that is protecting her from people talking so much shit about her has saved her a lot of chaos and even saved her sanity. So I'm really happy for her, and thank you so much. I need to be a copy. I need a copy. Yeah, we need that document, because we need protection from these things.
Where you ain't getting it.
Yeah, so I'm all for it, to be very honest. Yeah, I would do it. I think I might start even.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even the fact that people stay with receipts, and I'm saying receipts because
Receipts.
some things are not receipts.
Yeah.
They're just
You're just a malicious.
You're just malicious because
Yes,
now how are you staying with these things, waiting for me to make it big, and then now
You-
so
Yeah.
but when this girl was born, she could.
Imagine.
Yeah.
The audacity.
Yeah, some things are just wild, honestly. These are receipts work I to just hide them. Yeah.
So I want to flip it. If your current partner, or let's say you are dating, you know, depending on your situation, married, asked you to sign, would you sign?
Sudden, out of nowhere.
I'll go through it, of course, with my lawyers, discuss the terms. Yeah, don't play with me. Yeah, I would really go through it because I understand. Let's say if I'm dating someone who's completely in the limelight, I will really understand it.
Oh, okay.
Because as a jam, being close friends, I'm just like, guys, I got some shit to say. Yeah. So if it's to protect him and of course protect me, because I would not expect myself to sign a contract where I'm just losing. It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
And it's interesting, you know, Tara mentioned that it is a contract between two people.
Yeah.
So it should serve both
Parties. Yes. So definitely, akuje tu nayo. Where do I want to sign? But give me a few days. I need to go through this with my lawyer. Yeah. And if I want something changed, you know, you have the right to say that you want something changed in the contract. And if you don't want it to be signed, I don't know now that, but will you be willing to walk away from the relationship now? That's an interesting question.
But then I'd imagine you guys would have to agree, like in a very, you agree like lovingly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
kuja kumwambia, okay, you know, like what's going on?
Yeah, also depends on the approach, because this is someone who loves you, so they will not be doing something to harm you.
Like I would question if I got that contract out of nowhere, I'd be like, what have I done?
I mean, having prior conversations would really help.
And also just so like ease your partner into the conversation. So you can just start with, hey, I've seen this story somewhere. Abu Cheki. What do you think about it? And then you hear them out.
Yeah, you hear them.
And then and then even they hear you out. So you, first of all, so you know where everyone is at and what their thinking process is, so that is equal. Hey,
It's not like a surprise.
what is this?
Yeah,
Where
and
is
I mean,
this
also you can
coming
always
from?
do research. I usually say, when you say you did something because you did not know what it's gonna do, Google, Chrome. And then get up over and just make sure you do extensive research on everything. And I don't think it's hard to find someone a lawyer, someone who's studying law, to just go through something like that. But at this age where, let's say 20s, I'm talking about where I sign contract, that's just a bit funny.
Very.
You're 19, I want you to sign a contract.
Why?
Nako 19 pia.
No, but okay.
Can you just imagine you're just dating, umetoka fresh out of high school, tumekuja na contract work, so before to date.
There you go.
Hiyo kwanza ndio atasema. Ataenda tu ali ameniambia ni sign contract.
Yes, I mean, it also depends on the type of dating you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, like it depends on who you're
Context,
dating.
who you're dating, That's interesting.
Kuna mse utakaa na yeye 1 year, 2 years and then outona need you to sign that thing. I mean, side-eye, bombastic side-eye.
Well, because people do be changing.
Especially when they're upset.
Yeah.
That's the part. I think that's the part
My
that
question
the
is, why
protects.
do you think I only show my true colors when I'm upset, not when I'm happy?
It's maybe not even your true colors. It's just maybe your ugly colors.
Criminal offensive side-eye.
Okay. Yeah.
How are we feeling?
I enjoyed the show.
I really loved it. Yeah.
We have finally come to the end of Debate Club. We do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you've watched this far, thank you so much. We appreciate you. But before you leave, make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and make sure you join the family and subscribe. That's it from us, and we'll see you in the next time. Bye.
Bye.